Welcome to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So in today's video we are going to talk about the Retro Game 300. This is the new model. Yes, because I reviewed the older model that was pretty cool, but didn't have an IPS screen, and they changed it. Yes people, finally this thing, the only complaint I had with it, they fixed it and they added an IPS screen. So the people are not familiar to the product, this is what we call an emulator device using OpenDingux. Has a 3-inch screen. As you can see, you can resolution over here, 320 by 480. And I can tell you already, the build, it is more like a fake Game Boy Mini, but it is pretty damn nice. Alright, so the box itself, not very special. It comes with an 1800 milliamp battery, so that gives you even 6 hours. If it's true, to be honest, I didn't try it for 6 hours, but I tried it for a couple of hours, and the battery life is pretty good. It has support for a lot of systems like GBA, Super Famicom, Sega, NES, Arcade, MAME, you name it. It's supported. You can even extend the internal storage with an SD card. Alright, so let's open it up. Can't get it open. Alright, let's take a close look what's inside. Alright, so we're having the AV out cable. We're going to test it out if it even works. We're having a USB cable for data transfer and charging. It's in Type C, yeah. It's always the surprise, what are they using? Warranty card. What is your warranty? I'm guessing when you receive it and then your warranty is over. We're having the, let's say more like full open manual with some basic explanation how it will work. That's it, nothing else. So let's close it. Let's get rid of the stuff and let's take a close look at the system itself. Because the system itself, it's the new edition where I already mentioned with IPS Screen. We'll do a future video maybe with a comparison with the older one, but now we're going to take a close look at what are we going to get. Alright, so the model itself, if you look at how it's fitting, it fits quite well in my hand. Because this is a very big issue with some of these handhelds, that we're having huge hands and small portable systems. Oh, more like a personal thing. But that is something I really liked about the Retro Game 300. I always want to say 350, but it's the 300. Yeah, all those names really annoying. The D-pad itself, if you look at the D-pad, it got, well, let's say a long travel, but it feels quite nice. I was very happy with the first edition, or the first version I reviewed. Select Start, 2 extra buttons here, very clickish. A, B, X and Y, got a very nice touch. Right, at the right side we're finding this very tiny volume control, but it's very good to reach. At the back we're finding clickish, it feels like quality shoulder buttons, and you can reach them very easily. At the top there's nothing. At the left we're finding the on and off switch, and here we have the CF slot, so there's already an SD card in this thing. At the bottom we're finding AV out, strange position for an AV out cable, but nevertheless, and we're having the USB for charging. If we remove the cap, you can see the BP5L battery. These are not very expensive on Ali, so if you need a replacement or you want to have an extra battery. 18 milliamps, they say 6 hours of gameplay. But also I think it's very cool about it, you can just very easily swap the internal CF card. This contains the firmware, and if you want to upgrade it in the future, that is possible. Right, this is what you're going to get, so let's power it on and give you a little tour. What are you going to get with OpenDingux? Alright, so let's power on the device, and I'm gonna show you how long it takes. The first thing I'm noticing that they even swap the background or the decal, booting up decal. So that is different with the first version. Alright, so like the previous models, the menu is exactly the same. Okay, I'm going to give you a little overview for the people new to the channel and new to this product. Okay, let's begin over here. Here are some basic things like commander. We can put some command lines. Not very important if you just want to play some games. We're having here the emulators, and as you can see we're having different emulators. And that is something where the OpenDingux and the Retro Game 300 is very good at, because we're having a lot of options and emulation is pretty decent. Now here we have more emulators, you can all change it and swap it out if you like. What I think is also very cool with the Retro Game 300 and OpenDingux devices, we're having a lot of great homebrew games that we're going to try out. Here are some more things like listening to music and watching some videos. Here we can go to the settings, you can swap out some things like screen timeout and you name it. And even this thing has some CPU settings, so if you want to overclock it, to get some more power. Alright, so let's try some games. Alright, so I can already tell you this thing is pretty loud. Let's give some more use. Not bad at all, not bad at all. Alright, so let's take a close look at the screen, and as you can see on the camera, it's a very nice IPS screen. So that was the only complaint I had with the previous model, and they fixed it. Sounds good, sounds promising. Sounds really nice. Alright, so the button over here can swap. I just want to go into the menu and show this. As you can see, we're having some different settings. So you don't need to go into the setting menu for changing the brightness of the screen. You can just do it by pressing the button. The other one is basically for suspending the system, or otherwise keeping it standby. And then again, if you're in game, you can go back to the main menu. So let's say more like a return to home menu button. Sega Game Gear seems to be running pretty decent. I played this game so much on the original Game Gear. It's so much fun. Did hear some little things in the sound, but no, not bad at all. Yeah, Sonic, we're going. Impatient little hedgehog. Sounds good, plays good. Oh, I missed it. I screwed it up. Sega Master System. Yeah. Really fun version. You can see that it has some problems with the NES, but Alright, so let's see if I can change it back. Settings, frame skip, you can do a lot of swapping out. System auto, video, color filter, upscaler. Okay, let's do 1.5. Let's save. Let's see how it looks now. Ah, this is a little bit better. What you can see, it's running not on 60 frames and it's running on 100% CPU. So this means this game asks too much of the system. It's still playable, but dips to 33, 36 frames. Oh yeah. Alright, a Quake 2. This is a very high demanding game. It runs not perfect on the Retro Game 300, but nevertheless it runs pretty decent. And with the IPS screen it looks beautiful. Alright, so if it comes to the TV out option, it doesn't work, or it doesn't work with me. I think the problem with the devices is the software at this point. I did notice with the LDK, for example, when you're using the original software that came with it, TV option worked, would say just fine with some games, not with every emulator program or homebrew game was on it. Just want to all point it out. So again, if you want to use the TV out function, it's highly possible it doesn't work. Maybe with a firmware update you can fix this problem, but it's something we need to figure out in the future. So out of the box, it doesn't work for me. Alright, so this is what you're going to get with the Retro Game 300. I am so happy they improved the IPS screen. So they listened to the community and I'm very pleased about it. This is what you're going to get. It's a pretty cool system. I really love the form factor and this is one of my favorite portable systems nowadays. Volume is good. The screen is very good now. Let me know what you think of this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell and become one of this awesome community, or who I like to call it, Wicked Family. And see you in the next video.